So, what is going on, people? The internet has been absolutely wild this past week. It all started with a little whisper. You know how it is. A tiny rumor about Cardi B. But this wasn't just any rumor. Social media went into a complete meltdown. Speculation erupted that Cardi was pregnant with her third child. The whole thing kicked off on TikTok. One video, just one, suggested she might be expecting. And that was it. The spark was lit. The internet wildfire began to rage, spreading faster than you can say WAP. It was an absolute masterclass in how quickly things can get out of hand online. 1 minute, everything is normal. The next, your entire timeline is flooded with, "Is Cardi B pregnant?" It was everywhere. TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Everyone seemed to have an opinion. The initial video was shared thousands of times. Each share brought a new wave of comments and theories. People were tagging Cardi and Offset, demanding answers. It became a global guessing game. Millions joined in, sharing thoughts and so-called evidence, turning a simple rumor into a massive online event. The speculation wasn't coming from nowhere. It was fueled by fans desperate for the news to be true. Imagine the excitement. Another baby for one of music's biggest power couples. Culture, wave, the idea of a new little brother, the idea of a new little sister. The Bardi gang went into overdrive. They were ready to celebrate, but that excitement created huge pressure. The rumor wasn't just a rumor anymore. It had become a hope, a wish for many followers who hang on her every word and post. This whole situation shows the power of social media in 2025. It can create a story out of thin air. A single user's observation can spiral into a worldwide headline in hours. The line between real and gossip gets blurry. For celebrities like Cardi B and Offset, their lives are under an intense microscope. Every photo, every video, every public appearance. It's a level of scrutiny that must be absolutely exhausting to deal with daily. The social media detectives got straight to work. Honestly, Michigan 5 has nothing on these guys. Fans went back through all of Cardi B's recent photos and videos with a fine-tooth comb. They were looking for any clue, any tiny hint that she might be hiding a baby bump. You had people zooming in on pictures from her latest night out, analyzing the way her dress fitted. Someone even pointed out that she was holding her handbag in front of her stomach in one photo. Apparently that was all the proof they needed. It was proper Sherlock Holmes stuff. The analysis was incredibly detailed. People were creating side-by-side comparisons of photos from a few months ago, with more recent ones. They were looking for the slightest change in her figure. Comments like, "She's definitely got that pregnancy glow," started popping up under every single post. Even her choice of outfit was scrutinized. If she wore something baggy, they'd say she was hiding something. If she wore something tight, they'd say they could see a bump. She was in a no-win situation. The narrative was already set, and people were just looking for things to confirm it. After days of silence while the rumors swirled, Offset had clearly had enough. He wasn't having any of it. He decided to address the speculation head-on, and he did not hold back at all. Taking to his social media, he posted a very direct, very blunt message for everyone who was spreading the gossip. There was no polite PR statement here. It was raw, and it was real. He wrote in a now-deleted post, "I'm a grown man that is not playing with y'all. Stop with the lies." You could practically feel the frustration coming through the screen. His response was a massive bucket of ice-cold water on the whole fiery rumor. He didn't leave any room for doubt. He shut it down completely. By calling the stories lies, he made it crystal clear that there was no truth to any of the speculation. This wasn't just a simple denial. It was a demand for the gossip to stop. You could tell he was annoyed not just by the rumor itself, but by the sheer volume of it. He was seeing it everywhere, and he wanted to put a definitive end to the conversation once and for all. For Offset, this was likely about protecting his family. He and Cardi have 2 beautiful children, culture wave, and they've often spoken about wanting to keep their family life as private as possible. When thousands of strangers are creating false narratives about your wife and your family, it's bound to get under your skin. His strong reaction felt like a protective husband and father drawing a line in the sand. He was sending a clear signal. You can talk about my music, you can talk about my career, but do not spread lies about my family. This direct approach is pretty characteristic of both Offset and Cardi B. They've never been ones to shy away from confrontation or let others control their story. Instead of letting the rumor mill continue to spin, Offset took control. He used his own platform to speak directly to the people spreading the stories, cutting out the middleman. It was a power move, designed to reclaim the narrative and shut down the noise. He was making it known that they would not sit back quietly while falsehoods about their private lives went viral across the globe. As you can imagine, the reaction to Offset's post was massive and very, very mixed. On one side, you had a huge number of fans who completely supported him. Tell 'em, Set. People need to learn to mind their own business. These supporters felt the pregnancy speculation had crossed a line and that he had every right to be angry. They praised him for being so direct and for standing up for Cardi and their family. They saw his frustration as totally justified.